It's 7:32. Rob Dempsey, Leslie Neese, and we're catching up with Chris August this morning.
Me.
That is you.
Morning.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Chris is all bundled up. He's
I am
bundled up
bundled up.
today.
Oh, it's a cold morning.
Well, we came in on this bus and it was like the air conditioner was on. I'm like, it's freezing. Oh, so I'm walking a Coke gloves.
Well, you're originally from Texas, right?
Yeah, I'm from Texas. I mean, it doesn't get too cold there, and I live in Tennessee. It doesn't get too cold there. So, but I know that no matter where I live, even when it is cold, usually in the house, I got that heater.
You got the heat on. Yeah, that's right.
Right, but not the bus, huh?
I think we just didn't think about that this morning. So don't worry, it's on now. It's warming up in there.
Oh, good. Good.
So you're gonna
still has
smoke
his
him out.
gloves on
Oh,
and his
yeah.
coat, his parka. He's
I'm ready.
he looks like he's going skiing.
Yeah, let's go have a snowball fight if there was some snow.
You got to be so jazzed that 2012 is over for you. You had quite the year last year.
It was a rough one,
Yeah.
It's funny that I had a CD come out called "The Upside of Down." I guess that was like it was like I prophesied that something crazy was going to happen. I should have written a song about like going to Disney World and meeting Mickey Mouse. Or
There
something.
you go.
That would've been
This
nice
year,
and
this
friendly.
year.
Yeah, that's what I'll do this year. I'll prophesy something much better.
In case you didn't know, was it over the summer that was skateboarding accident you had?
It was towards the beginning. It was like, it was like end of April. I had the skateboarding accident, had a brain bleed, brain swelling, and because of that, but the brain, obviously we know this, and I learned the hard way that it's a fragile thing.
Yeah.
And when you hurt it, a lot of other stuff can go wrong. Honestly, at this point, I can't remember. I went to the hospital, the ER, so many times after that for different things. My throat thing closing up, severe heat exhaustion. I mean, it was like one thing after another. I was in the hospital, and so I'm glad to say that it's a new year. And
Yeah.
and I'm
Wow.
just going to believe it's going to be a little better this year.
Now, when I first heard skateboarding accident, I'm like, oh, dude, what was he doing? A half pipe or something like that?
Yeah, I wish, I really wish I was like doing something really cool. Like he was skiing and he was on a jump, he was doing a flip, and then he hurt himself. No, I was just going straight down a normal street, not even a hill, on a skateboard and fell. There was, I've been skateboarding for years, and crazy enough, I've never fallen ever on a skateboard, and I was on an electric skateboard. And they go about 20 miles per hour, and I've ridden it a bunch of times, and little did I know they did some construction in the street earlier in that day. I've ridden on the street a lot of times. They did construction and didn't mark it or anything, and I was unaware of this. And usually I do always wear a helmet. This one time I wasn't going to skate far, and I was like, I'll just go there and back real quick. I want to test out this little thing. Little did I know the one time I wouldn't wear a helmet would be the time that I would fall and not remember. I don't remember anything. I don't remember getting on the skateboard. I just kind of came to it the next day in a hospital, not knowing really how I'd gotten there or anything.
Wow.
So how much of time don't you remember through that? The whole day?
About 30 minutes before the accident and about 20 or so hours after, and then I would go in and out for the next about week or two of knowing what was going on. Like you could say to me, do you remember this? And I'm like, my friends have said, do you remember when you did this? And I'm like, no. They're like, well, that was a week after your accident. I'm like, what?
Amazing.
So yeah, it was pretty crazy.
So
So-
where is it now with the whole memory thing?
The memory thing I think is good. I can't remember. I'm just kidding. I can't remember
I'm
if it's good or
oblivious.
bad.
I don't know.
I think it's good. I can't smell anything anymore. That's
really?
weird. Yeah, I lost that sense of smell. They said it can or cannot come back. We don't know. Who knows? At some point, maybe. They said a year, 20 years, maybe. But yeah, I can't smell anything other than that. Finally. They said it was going to take about a year to fully recover, and so I'm finally starting to get the energy back that, the normal energy that I had, and I just, having to take certain medications for certain things. It's crazy, but I'm finally getting back, and I know God's healing me.
It's
So
7:36. We're talking to Chris August here on his radio. I am curious, what is eating like if you can't smell?
Yeah, there's some stuff I can taste and some stuff I can't. I can definitely still taste spicy. So I'm like, spice it on up. But people say, like, do you enjoy eating? I'm like, I sure do. I love eating. So
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I think eating, it is half taste, but it's also a lot texture. I've realized that,
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some stuff I'm like, I don't taste this, and someone's like, you can't taste that. It's like very strong. I'm like,
That's
I
weird.
don't know.
And through it all, you write a couple of songs in the middle of all that.
Well, what's funny is I had already written a couple, like I had already written the Upside Down. I'd already written Center of it. And it was funny when I got out of the hospital, I was finishing up my record, and I really wasn't even supposed to be working yet. But I have a studio at my house, and I was down there kind of working, and I can remember sitting there listening to Center of it, working on it just from the technical side, just thinking, okay, guitar part here, background vocal here, all right, sounds cool. And then the lyrics just started sinking into me. And it was like God was just reminding me with my own song, just saying, look, I'm here in the good and the bad. Even though you made a mistake and you fell and you hurt yourself, I'm still here for you. And I think that really does show us God's grace, that even in the midst of our mistakes, that's when Christ died for us. That's when he demonstrated his love for us, was sending his son. And so I think it was a good reminder for me. And so it was kind of nice that he had given me those songs before it happened, because he knew I was going to need them afterwards.
And they worked
Absolutely
on your
amazing.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here is that song, by the way. Chris August, it's the center of it, 738. We're his radio.